I support the Rohingya people in their fight against ethnocide in Burma. I support the people of Kashmir in their quest for justice and human rights. I support the people of Cuba who continue to fight unfair and unjust US sanctions imposed on this country many years ago. Did you notice something? I didn't preface any of my solidarity with these groups or these nations. The same thing, I would never preface my support or solidarity with any country that is struggling against injustice today. Why is it that when it comes to Palestine, we always find the need to create a preface? I am against terrorism, and I don't like this Hamas group or the Islamic Jihad. The word actually makes me a little bit scared, but I do support the Palestinian people to have justice or to have a state of their own. I am against Hamas, but I think what Israel is doing in Gaza is wrong, and so forth and so on. Why the buffer? Why when it comes to Palestine we create buffers? And why do we find the need to navigate around the moral argument so that we protect ourselves of any possible backlash in the future? Otherwise we could be mistaken for, supporting terrorism. As if declaring unconditional support for people who are facing genocide in Gaza and elsewhere in Palestine requires that kind of prefacing. I think we should stop doing that. And if you are doing that because you think you're actually helping the cause, you're not. You're hurting Palestinians. Because for two reasons. Number one, you are creating moral equivalence. Well, there are bad people on both sides. You see, I condemn extremists on both sides. So the Likud party and Hamas, they cancel each other. What's the point of your solidarity? And on the other hand, people who condition their solidarity and support for another people, especially going through a time where they need absolutely unconditional solidarity, these people tend to be ineffective. Truly. Because when you create this kind of moral equivalence and you buffer and preface your support for Palestine or anyone else for that matter, you are less likely to take any serious action because your solidarity is not based on a very strong, grounded, rooted beliefs in the rights of those people, for example, to fight back. So, if you feel it's necessary for you to create all of these buffers in order for you to announce a moral position, I suggest that you don't. Try to study the situation better. Try to read Palestinian authors and novelists and poets and try to develop a better and more nuanced position than the one that you currently adopt. Otherwise, sometimes that position of yours could actually end up hurting us in the long run. You don't need, and no one else needs, to preface solidarity with a nation that is going through its own struggle for freedom and human rights, because the morality of the Palestinian struggle is really obvious. And if it's not obvious for you yet, maybe this is not the struggle for you. Or maybe you just need to learn more about the issue. Thank you.